Okay, day 6, colony 6. Everyone ready for this video? Now, this is a nice little colony, progressing fairly slowly, but I do love it, and it's another good one, and there's quite a few of you out there that are ready and waiting for this video. So there's a little preview of one of them. Let's get into the video, guys. Okay, so as always, let's start with a little look around the Outworld. Now this is a nice little Outworld by Empire of Ants. Quite cheap, very basic, quite nice. The plastic's a little bit thin on it, which makes it hard. I've cracked the top lid. But inside, we have the colony. Now this is the Calomyrmex albertsi, and the queen is Queen Cicer. Now, I named this one myself. Cicer is actually Latin for pulse, and you'll see why when we have a closer look at these ants. So we'll go inside the nest shortly. So beautiful little Outworld here. I've just got the two liquid feeders there for the water and the sugar water as well. And it's got a plaster base with an inset rock and those two plants as well. So a nice little Outworld. I'll put a link up above, the card up above the review, and a link in the description where you can get them. And here's the colony. So nice little size colony, just in an acrylic nest again, but doing really well. Let's have a closer look at these guys. Now, as I mentioned before, this colony has taken a fair bit of time to develop, but they're doing well. They're nice and healthy, nice and active. You can see there's one in the corner there. See what that abdomen's doing, pulsing around? Yeah, we'll have a closer look at that in a minute. You can see it there in the background. Now, these ants are really good to keep. Now, one tip, if you're going to keep these guys, they are excellent climbers. It doesn't matter what the surface is, they will climb it. So you've got to be really careful. I know when I'm trying to add food into the nest, I have to be careful taking the lid off, make sure there's none there. So I generally pick my times when they haven't left the nest yet. They have this little tendency when they're disturbed to pulse their abdomen in agitation. And that's why I decided to call the Queen Cicer. So they're a beautiful looking ant. They've got that black, and you'll notice all the hairs on them as well. Quite fine hairs on the body, and all over the body, the legs as well. You can see there. See those fine hairs? Now this is the queen. She's been doing really well. I had another queen which actually had wings and was producing fine as well. But she's been doing well since I've had her. See her abdomen there is a little bit swollen as well as she's producing. And they've got a few larvae on the way. Dietary requirements, the same as most of the other ants. They love their sugar water. One thing they do like a lot of is water. So they're a constant supply of water in the nest. They don't mind the nest not being too humid. They seem to don't mind it a little bit dry as well. And here we can see some trophallaxis happening between these two ants, which is pretty cool to see as well. So what do you think of these ants, guys? Do you like this colony? So they've got a little bit of development going on here with the larvae. No cocoons or anything yet, but they're developing nicely. So the workers, I've only got them up to about a dozen so far. They don't seem to progress that fast. Now, whether that's something I'm doing that's perhaps not correct, or maybe it is just the species themselves as well. But I'll keep trying hard with these guys. They've got such a little personality, and that's what I really like about them. The little agitation they get, they just pulsing around, just waiting if something's happening in the Outworld. As soon as I open the Outworld and have a look, one normally runs out into the tubing and just pulses away there, ready for action. So they've been in this acrylic nest for quite some time. I had them in a test tube to begin with, but they do like this. But there's plenty of room left in here. They can easily hold probably 30 to 50 workers in here. So there we go, guys. That's the Calomyrmex albertsi. I'll put that name down in the description as well. I hope you've enjoyed this quick look at this colony, a little bit of an update on them as well. Let me know what you think of these guys. Do you like the name Queen Cicer as well? Hope you do. All right, guys, final day tomorrow, day number 7. And we've got a new colony that you guys haven't seen before. So looking forward to showing you that one. But anyway, in the meantime, have a good evening and happy ant keeping.